Hey guys, welcome back here. In lieu of some vocab, we've got a little bit of a knowledge check. And so yesterday we were talking about an index. And so specifically thinking about that index, what is an index? And it is simply the position of an item in a list. All right. So the position of an item on a list. So for example, if I said to you, what is the index of bananas? You would hopefully say two. But that's an app inventor. That's an app inventor. Just keep in mind that when we get to Python, if I said, what is the index of bananas? You would say one. All right. Similarly, what is the index of gum in App Inventor? It's going to be four. And if it's Python, it's going to be three. All right. So talking a little bit about index here. All right. So let's take a look here. So here, if you were to say, hey, what would in the date picker, and this is going to be the year. Think about it, it's giving you a four-digit number, and the start is a one, and the length is three. What what is it going to tell you? What numbers are you going to have it display using this? Because this is something similar to what you're doing in the database interview app. You have the date picker, and it wants to know like what digits do you want. So if it's 2020. All right, is the year. What digit in the start position is an index of one and it's a length of three? What is it going to tell you? Well, it's going to tell you 202. All right, 202. So an app inventor, it starts with one. The first position is one, so that's we got two, and then I want three digits, so 202. Excellent. All right. So if you haven't gotten to it yet, this kind of gives you an idea. And this is the first time we're making a list. And so you're still initializing a global variable. And so in this case, like interview questions. And then instead of just having a number or a string, like an integer or something, in this case, we're doing make a list. And so this is a kind of a different way to store a variable. And in here we've got a list of strings, but it could be, really any type of data type. So it could be a string, could be an integer, could be a float, could be a boolean. And we basically created a list of questions here. All right. So what question would be asked if the index is one? Again, in App Inventor. We're working in App Inventor here. And if you said, what is your favorite subject? Then you are correct. If it was Python, what would the question read? If you said, what is your favorite color? That is also correct. All right. What if the index was four? All right. In App Inventor, the index is four. What question is the print going to say there, the label? If you said, what do you want to do after high school? That would be correct. What if it was Python? What if it was Python? What question would read? It would say, what is your favorite hobby? All right, and so this kind of gives you a picture of kind of what it's going to look like when you initialize your app. So we've got two global variables going on. You've got the index, and so what index number are we on? And so in this case, we're going to be starting with a one. We've got that interview global variable we created. That's a list. We just saw that on the previous slide. And then when the screen initializes, you've got this, hey, set the display question text to what? And then sort of the select list item. So what list? Because again, you can have multiple lists. We don't just have one. We could have multiple lists. So what list do you want? Well, select the interview questions list. Great. And then what index should I choose? Well, the global variable set to one. So it picks, again, this is App Inventor. So it picks the first question, which is, what is your favorite subject? And then you're going to have that next record and next question button. And inside of that, you're going to have at least two things. One, you're going to have an incremental counter. So when you click the button, it's going to it's going to do what? It's going to say, well, set global index to global index plus one. So that way the index is now two. And then you're going to basically have this same piece that we're seeing here, this display question text, this list, and it would say, display the interview questions, but now the index reads two. So it would read the next question there on that. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk about there, just as we're kind of working through some new stuff here, working with lists and index and such. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.